Welcome to NurseQ YouTube channel.
Hello dear friends, today we can discuss some various important positions used in clinical settings. There are different types of Fowler's position. Low Fowler's, semi-Fowler's, high Fowler's. Low Fowler's normally 15 to 30 degree head and elevation, and semi-Fowler's means 30 to 45 degree, and high Fowler's around 60 to 90 degree. High Fowler's position is usually given to patient with extreme breathing difficulty, dyspnea. So breathing difficulty will be reduced when we give high Fowler's position to the patient. So when a patient came with the COPD, saturation is low, we have to make the head and elevated, high Fowler's position. Then another important position is supine position and prone position. Supine position is most commonly used position for various abdominal chest surgeries and most common position in all type of examinations. That is supine position, head up. Then prone position means head down, patient lie on the abdomen, head down, turn to the one side. Usually used for back surgeries, spine surgeries and all. Then another important position is Sims position or left lateral position. This position is usually used to give enema to the patient. And another important position is lithotomy position. That means patient lie down in supine position and both legs are flexed. Usually used for gynecological examinations, pervaginal examination and gynecological surgeries. Lithotomy position. Then another important position is Trendelenburg position. This position, head should be down and feet should be elevated. This position used to treat various type of shock because this position improve blood supply to the heart and brain. So we can use this position for increase perfusion in our body. In World War time, this position is used to treat shock because so many patients are coming excessive bleeding. So we have to position Trendelenburg position. And also other position is reverse Trendelenburg position. This position, head will be up and feet, our two legs will be down. This position is used for various head and neck surgeries. So we can move to the another important 10 multiple choice questions.
Hello dear friends, let us start a topic from Nursing Foundation for Staff Nurse Examination, video number 5. First question, gradual decline of body temperature. True crisis, false crisis, lysis, fastidium. Correct answer is lysis. Gradual decline of body temperature is lysis. True crisis means temperature falls suddenly within few hours and touches normal. That is true crisis. Temperature falls suddenly within few hours and touches normal. False crisis means sudden falls in temperature but temporary. It will go increasing. So temporary falls in temperature, that is false crisis. True crisis is sudden falls in temperature and touches normal, that is true temperature. False crisis never touches normal level. Fastidium is the highest point of fever or disease, maximum intensity or severity of fever or disease. Fastidium is the highest point of fever or disease, maximum intensity or severity of fever or a disease, that is fastidium. To help a client maximum benefits after postural drainage, the nurse should administer oxygen, place the client in a sitting position, encourage the client to cough deeply, encourage the client to rest for 30 minutes. Correct answer is encourage the client to cough deeply. Postural drainage is one way to help treating breathing problems due to swelling and too much mucus in the airways of the lungs. Your chest should be lower than your hips, which you can achieve by lying on a slanted surface or propping your hips up. So after postural drainage, the patient should be positioned like this. Your chest should be below your hips because the drainage fluid will be go out. So like this position after postural drainage. Next question. The nurse turned the client with the chest tube, accidentally disconnects. What will the nurse do immediately? Call the physician, place the tube in bottle of sterile water, immediately replace chest tube system, place a sterile dressing over disconnection site. Correct answer is place the tube in bottle of sterile water. That is the immediate management. Because if the chest tube accidentally disconnected, place the end of the chest tube into the sterile solution because it will prevent more air from entering the pleural space through the chest tube. So this is the chest tube system. You can see when this connector will be dislodged from here, you have to place the tip end of the chest tube in a sterile water solution because it will prevent the air entering to the pleural space. So you have to immediately put the tip end of the chest tube into a sterile solution. That is the immediate management of a chest tube disconnection. Which of the following method is safe for disposal of mercury? Put into the drain, bury under earth, burning, recycling. Correct answer is recycling. Recycling is the safe method of disposal of mercury. You know, mercury will be properly collecting with a paper towel and sent for recycling. That means reusing. Highest infant mortality is found in which state? UP, Kerala, MP, Bihar. Correct answer is MP, Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh state having highest infant mortality found. Lowest infant mortality, that is Kerala. Lowest infant mortality Kerala. Highest infant mortality MP. Highest birth of infant UP. Highest birth rate, that is in UP. Highest birth rate in UP. The duration of quarantine is shortest incubation period, longest incubation period, infective period, none of the above. Correct answer is longest incubation period. Longest incubation period is the duration of quarantine. Because you know the nowadays corona incubation period is maximum 14 days. So the 14 days quarantine is advised. So duration of quarantine is longest incubation period. Within that period, you have to stay in a separate room to avoid infection spreading to the other people. The solution used to disinfect the bed linen of HIV patient is Dettol, sodium hypochlorite, Lysol, Savlon. Correct answer is sodium hypochlorite. Sodium hypochlorite solution is used to disinfect the bed linen of HIV patient. Several studies have demonstrated the effectiveness of diluted sodium hypochlorite and other disinfectants to inactivate HIV, especially sodium hypochlorite solution. Sodium hypochlorite in 0.5% solution is called Dakin solution. Sodium hypochlorite 0.5% solution is called Dakin's solution. So let us move to the next question. What is the usual treatment of Raynaud's phenomenon? Serotonin reuptake inhibitors, calcium channel blockers, diuretics, antiarrhythmic. Correct answer is calcium channel blockers. That is the usual treatment of Raynaud's phenomenon. First choice of drug is nifedipine. First choice of drug calcium channel blockers is nifedipine to treat Raynaud's phenomenon. Raynaud's phenomenon is a condition resulting discoloration of fingers and toes after exposure to temperature or emotional events. So after exposure or temperature or emotional events, patients' fingers and toes color will be changed. That is Raynaud's phenomenon. SSRI or serotonin reuptake inhibitors to treat depression. Diuretics examples Lasix, antiarrhythmic to treat abnormal heart rhythm, antiarrhythmic agents. Which of the following is an earliest manifestation of inadequate oxygenation? Diaphoresis, cyanosis, restlessness, hypotension. Correct answer is restlessness. Restlessness is an earliest manifestation of inadequate oxygenation. That is the first manifestation in restlessness. What is diaphoresis? Diaphoresis means excessive sweating. Next question. Which of the following parameters is commonly used to assess adequacy of fluid replacement in a patient with burns? Fluid intake, food intake, urine output, blood pressure. Correct answer is urine output. Urine output is commonly used to assess adequacy of fluid replacement in a patient with burns. So that is the most commonly used parameter. Next question. Which of the following is known to have a role in wound healing? Vitamin A, vitamin K, vitamin C, vitamin B complex. Correct answer is vitamin C. Vitamin C have a role in wound healing. The other name of vitamin A is retinol. Vitamin A deficiency cause xerophthalmia or night blindness. So vitamin A deficiency cause diseases of the eye like xerophthalmia and night blindness. Vitamin K deficiency cause bleeding disorders. Vitamin K is helping coagulation. So vitamin K deficiency cause bleeding disorders. Vitamin B complex. Vitamin B1 other name is thiamine. Vitamin B1 other name is thiamine. Vitamin B2 other name is riboflavin. Vitamin B2 riboflavin. Vitamin B3 other name is niacin. So you can expect this type of questions from the vitamin portion. We can move to the next question. Which of the following condition has an increased risk for developing hyperkalemia? Hepatitis A, pneumonia, angina, end-stage renal disease. Correct answer is end-stage renal disease. End-stage renal disease having risk for developing hyperkalemia. End stage of renal disease means gradual loss of kidney function reached to advanced stage. That is end stage of renal failure. So that's all for today's video. Please like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you all for watching. All the best for your examinations. Please like the video now.